A lot of people end up coming to me and asking me about Battlefield 2018 and what I think it's going to be and all the details I can give. And to be honest with you, I think it's that a lot of people get this misconception that because I'm a game changer for the game, giving feedback to help make the game better, that suddenly I'm going to know things others probably don't know about, which I guess is kind of true to an extent. And we're going to get into all of this really soon, and I'm going to explain all the details that I do know and things that I could probably share about. But before we get into that, I need to make some important news to tell the fans that have been following me, because it's been about a month and I've been completely MIA and only streaming like once or twice on YouTube. And I know that's kind of confusing, and a lot of you are probably saying, well, where'd you go? Did he dead? And the truth is, I'm not dead. I'm still here. I'm still doing my content. I moved over to Facebook. I started doing a lot of Facebook live streaming, and I do it daily, and if you guys want to check it out, it's in the description and on screen right now, and I'd love to see you guys come out to the streams. But the thing is, you're probably asking yourself, why are you streaming on Facebook now? And what happened to YouTube? And why aren't you streaming on Twitch? And the truth is, there's just no growth on Twitch. Literally, there's no growth. I could stream as much as I want, and I'm competing against these really top dogs, and there's no real growth on Twitch. YouTube streaming is really fun because I get to interact with you wonderful folks, but YouTube also was like hurting gaming creators. Like anything I ever uploaded on YouTube was instantly met with demonetization and lack of views, because they're like, hey, because we're going to demonetize it, we're also going to stop showing your content to your subscribers, which makes no sense to me at all. So I moved over to Facebook because, you know, Stone Mountain does it too, and it seems like a great platform to do it, and it really is. I'm having so much fun interacting with you wonderful folks and just creating some great content. So again, check it out in the description, and I want to see you beautiful folks there, and that's pretty much what happened to me. I'm on Facebook. I'm streaming there daily, Monday to Friday, and now I can officially say I'm going to be coming back to YouTube and start posting videos on a regular like I used to, so it's going to be like nothing ever happened. Because I still really enjoy creating videos, and I had to adapt to the situation, and I'll be posting videos as I normally did. I'll be doing videos on YouTube, and I'll be doing videos on Facebook and streams on Facebook, and I'll do Twitch here and there. But okay, so let's get into the details that you guys have been wondering for Battlefield 2018. Truth is, I only have speculations. I don't have details. I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard anything. I don't know anything. And if I did, I probably couldn't tell you, but I will go off of the speculations on what's going on. A lot of people seem to be saying either Bad Company 2, or I mean Bad Company 3, or World War 2. Now, it's honestly, can we all just meet at a certain point here and say, I'd rather a game that's good? Like, I don't want a futuristic game. I really don't want a futuristic game because I'm so tired of what we had in Battlefield 4 with everything locking onto you and the damn thing beeping. And then if we look at like Call of Duty, these futuristic Call of Duties, I don't even know the name of it because I don't play Call of Duty, but they even had a gun that had wall hacks in it. I'm tired of stuff like that. Even Rainbow Six Siege is starting to go down the path of this wall hacking operators. It really needs to, you need to draw a line here, because when you start thinking too futuristic, you get too creative, and then balancing things can become really freaking hard to balance. And I get it's creative and it's cool, but it just starts becoming not so fun because suddenly the skill ceiling is lowered. And when I say skill ceiling is lowered, that means things are easier to use and easier to get things done. And people don't want that. People want to have a challenge. They want to be rewarded for working hard, grinding the hours into it, learning the techniques, and being rewarded for that effort and energy put into it, so they can dominate somebody new to the game, but somebody new to the game can still have fun and get some kills along the way. So what I'm trying to get at is this next Battlefield, Battlefield 5, I think we can all agree on wanting it to be one of the best games ever. And what I would prefer is if they would just, please, for the love of God, just take the best things from every single Battlefield title in the past and slap it together. Like, Get all the best pieces that you had. The proper gun mechanics from one of the Battlefield titles. Get the proper C4 throwing. Like, I don't even know why Battlefield 1 took away the fact that you could drive in a Jeep and then toss C4, or in this case, dynamite. Why they took that out of the picture. Why you can't sit in a quad with your teammate and just throw dynamite out the side and blow up vehicles. Why they took that out. And I miss being able to run and toss dynamite at people. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't work like it did in Bad Company 2, and it seemed to progressively get worse as the titles went on. And now I get it was Battlefield 1 and that you had to lay down to use your rocket gun, but lordy, come on, we all wanted to run around with an RPG in our hand and shoot some people, and I get it's Battlefield 1, I get it, it's World War I kind of stuff. But whatever this next title is, whether it's going to be a World War II shooter, or whether it's going to be Bad Company 3, they need to really nail this. Because I feel like Battlefield 1 is good, it's a good game, it's fun, but it seems to get boring really fast. And I think a part of that has to do with the fact that guns are just not what they used to be. You know, like, it just seems like you're locked to using it for a certain technique. Like, they have this trench variant, and you have to use that trench variant for close quarter combat, so you can't really use it for long range. I mean, you could, but somebody who has a scoped variant suddenly destroys you. Whereas in previous titles, you could use any gun you wanted for any range that you want to engage in, and it was pretty decent, if not really good. I mean, it worked, right? And you knew that PDWs were meant more better for close range, and you knew that, like, rifles could be both close range and long range. Pretty good. It matches a realistic standard. But in Battlefield 1, it seems like if you're using a trench variant, you have to use it in hip fire and close range. And if you're using a scope variant, now you can use it kind of in all the ranges, like close, medium, and long. And if you're using the suppressive variant, you gotta be prone to use it. Otherwise, you get this crazy kick and spread. And it's just, you know, all I'm saying is, and some of you might beg to differ and say, no, the Battlefield 1 shooting techniques are great. To be honest with you, I feel like they're not. I feel like Battlefield 1 didn't nail it on the gunplay. And I'm pretty sure there's a good majority of people that agree with me on the gunplay, and Battlefield 1 just isn't there. Sniping's good, but the other gunplay isn't that good. And I feel Battlefield 4 was fine. Battlefield 4 shooting techniques was fine. I don't think they needed to diverge away from it. What they needed to do was come in with more creative ideas for other aspects to Battlefield. Like when they came in with Bad Company 2 and said, hey, we got destruction, micro destruction. That was game-changing. That was amazing. It was fun. They need to come in with more things like that. Battlefield 4, they kind of said, hey, we're going to do Levolution. Not a great idea, but I got to give it to them. They had balls of steel for doing it, and they're the only people I know of that, or the only development team that I know of that really goes the extra mile to bring in new things. And guess what Battlefield 1 brought? Yes, that's right, vaulting. It brought vaulting, and even PUBG started copying vaulting. So ultimately, what I'm getting at is, I believe Battlefield 5 needs to take the best of every single previous title and just slap it together. Make it come in together, and it needs to become a harder game to play. Something where it takes skill. It needs to have skill to be good. Now, I know I keep coming back to this whole gun stuff when I mention this next part that I'm going to mention. Headshots just feel like I'm shooting confetti at somebody's head in Battlefield 1. Whatever happened to Battlefield 3's wonderful headshots? You felt wonderful shooting somebody in the head. It felt rewarding for having that skill to aim at the head and take him out. In Battlefield 1, it feels like I can ring a dude's head with like 6-7 shots before the guy goes down. It's no different than shooting his body. And this is where we see the skill ceiling get lowered in Battlefield 1. Suddenly you're playing against somebody who's not very good, and you're playing at the same level as him because the game is holding you back. And when something holds you back, especially in the game, it gets boring really fast because you feel like you mastered it incredibly quick. And I feel like if they bring in something where the skill ceiling is higher and does stuff where headshots are much more rewarding for you, I think we'll be good. So now, this is actually making me think about it, and I could rant and rant and rant all day about all the things I liked and things I didn't like. But, I mean, I'm just one voice in like an ocean of people. And you guys are the people. You guys are the ones that love Battlefield and the titles and come out to play the games, and you guys miss things just as much as I do, and you don't like things or you love things in the games that we've played. So I want you to write down in the comments what you enjoyed the most from previous Battlefield titles and what you don't like in currently Battlefield 1. Because if they're working on the next Battlefield title, if we can get the message out right now and reach like some kind of similarity on what we liked and what we didn't like, maybe that message will get across to DICE and they're going to be like, you know what? Maybe we should actually do what these guys want. And even if it doesn't happen now for this title, maybe they're so far into development on this title that the changes we want might not happen in this title and we're going to see some new things coming in for Battlefield 5. Then hopefully this is going to resonate either with DICE's next title after Battlefield 5, and that might be a while from now, but hey, it's at least something. Or maybe some other dev team is going to come along and look at it and go, you know what? I like what these guys got to say, and this is something of a game that we need to create, having these proper title pieces slapped together and make a good game. Because you know what, maybe we need to have somebody that can actually compete with Battlefield, a game that can compete. And I'm just thinking outside the box right now, because Call of Duty really can't compete with Battlefield, and some people might beg to differ, but I want an all-out Battlefield type of game, you know, war with vehicles and jets and boats and everything, and just the whole shebang of an entire battlefield, and not like something I have to call in like Call of Duty where it's basically just infantry warfare. I want something that has that. Arma kind of has it, but it's just too much of hardcoreness, and it's not even a console game. We need to get something in between that can compete. But I'm out thinking outside the box. So you guys write down in the comments. I love you guys, and if you want to catch the streams, they're in the description. Facebook.gg/Dupe49. I want to see you guys there. But that's my rant about the next Battlefield title and what I think, and hopefully you guys got some great ideas. And I'll see you guys later.